man behind the anti-Islam film has been taken in for questioning by police in the United States. These pictures show 55-year-old Nakoula Basseley, who has his face covered. So far, only a 40-minute clip has been posted online, but as we've seen, it's inflamed protests throughout the world. Nakoula is a Southern Californian filmmaker, and he's been questioned in Los Angeles about possible probation violations after being convicted of financial crimes.
What we did is we went in and we obviously had to check to make sure that he had any weapons, and he was very cooperative. He's not in custody. No. Nobody's under arrest. He came along willingly. He was cooperative. Absolutely no incident. He was very helpful to our deputy sheriffs.
Well, Al Jazeera's Rob Reynolds in Los Angeles has been investigating the background to this video.
This rundown movie house in Hollywood is likely the only place where the alleged, now notorious amateur film was ever shown. And we now know more about the motive of the movie makers. Witnesses spotted this poster on June 18th, advertising a one-night showing of what was then called Innocence of Bin Laden. The Arabic poster says, in part, "For the first time, my Muslim brother, you are about to witness the true terrorist. The terrorist who killed our children in Palestine and our brethren in Iraq and Afghanistan." Steve Klein, who heads an organization called Courageous Christians United, told news agencies the intent of the film was to lure in Muslims who might be sympathetic to bin Laden and expose them. One of the actresses in the video clip posted online says the cast was duped and that dialogue offensive to Muslims was dubbed in after the scenes were shot.
When I first saw the trailer, I was like confused, and I thought, what did he do to this movie, you know, that was supposed to be something different?
A convicted felon named Nakoula Basseley, whose house in a Los Angeles suburb is shown here, has taken credit for making the film, most of which appears to have been shot in this nondescript building near Los Angeles, which doubles as the headquarters of a non-profit organization called Media for Christ, run by this man, Joseph Nasrallah Abdelmasih, seen here making a speech against the building of an Islamic community center in Manhattan, the so-called 9/11 mob. Media for Christ took out the filming permit from local authorities. On Friday, the charity took down its website. Both Nakoula and Abdelmasih, who are immigrants from Egypt, appear to have gone into hiding. Authorities are looking for Nakoula for possible violations of his parole from prison, where he served time for financial crimes. Klein has frequently espoused ideas about California being a haven for so-called radical Islamic sleeper cells. He and his collaborators passed out flyers for the film at mosques. They hope to lure so-called suspected terrorists to a screening here at the Vine Theater on June 30th. But there's no evidence that anyone actually showed up to see it. The affair might have ended there had a trailer from the film not been uploaded to YouTube and then translated into Arabic by someone still not known. The host of an Egyptian religious television program somehow found the video and put it on TV. It was only then that the trailer became widely known about in the Arab world. At that point, what began as a harebrained scheme by a small group of fringe characters in Los Angeles became a violent upheaval across the Middle East. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.
Meanwhile, in New York, the Coptic Orthodox Church has condemned the anti-Islam film.
We're disgusted that this video is put together by a group that identifies themselves as Christians, and let alone Egyptian Christians, Coptic Christians. We don't feel that this represents who we are as a community. It doesn't follow our principles, our teaching, how we deal with our neighbors in Egypt, and how we want to be seen and depicted. We think that it paints an ugly picture of who we are as a church community, and we're really disgusted by it.
The Catholic Pope has been addressing political